Welcome. My name's Brian Knight, and I live near Melbourne in Australia. And it's just turned 5 o'clock, or just after 5 a.m. on a Monday for me. Monday morning, 5 a.m. Markets are not open except for crypto. Um, and so we're just going to look at sort of what happened last week and potentially look at what's might happen this week. Welcome, Tom. Let me just share this screen first. So this is a document which is a welcome to this live Forex analysis session. Please note that any trades discussed in this group are to be classed purely as educational only. And the reason for that is because we're a group of people helping each other and we're not financial advisors. So there is a full risk disclosure there. And there is a little bit about us as live session traders. So there is my trading platform. It's still not too bad. There was a bit of movement around on the end of the trading week. So things are pretty, there's still USD Singapore is still in negative by 36 pips, and Euro USD is down as well, but everything else is not too bad. GU is only 33. So everything else has a stop profit in place. So that means there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4 that potentially could have a stop loss against them. Sorry, they do have a stop loss that could potentially come to the stop loss, but everything else has a stop profit. Right. And I like it with the equity. So, and this week I'll be running another account. So we'll see. Okay. Now let me just stop sharing that. How are you, Tom?
I'm good, thank
Here,
you. I'm
here
still
for the
trying.
circuit?
I was still trying to work out the sound. I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. No worries. That's all right. Let's go and do. So, how are you traveling?
How am I traveling?
I mean, how are you going? How are you? How's your trading? How's your, um, you know,
Oh, my trading has been unbelievable lately. I am more
okay,
than pleased.
good. I'm pleased with that. Righty-o. Let's have a look at the charts, see where they are. Now, this is now basically the end of the month. It has been a pretty serious month, interesting month. There has been a lot of continuous move. There are a lot of pairs that are, or substantial amount of pairs that are sort of getting ready to be able to turn over, um, and potentially just, go in the opposite direction. There has been a continuation of trend over the month. So for me, it's the 29th. For you, it'll be the 28th, Tom. So I've only got a couple more days. Market needs to open. It needs to sort of settle itself around whatever it is and sort of show us what it's up to. Yeah. Um, so let's go through them and have a look. As you can see here on, where the rail is on AUD CAD, there's a triangle on the outside. We've got a change of trend bar, a short, and off it went. This is on the daily. This is on the day. All of this will be on the daily, and unless Tom, we go look at the 4 hour or 2 hour, but there is a change occurring. So pretty simple to see. Very simple to see. Sell, little bit of buy, sell, 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 sell days. So there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, well, really 7 days of, so that's like a week and a bit of this pair selling. Yeah. And the last 24 hours of last week, it bought. So it tells you something that's going on. There is no trend bar change. There's no arrow, no triangle out here. It is coming close to the rail though. And we've got Australia, a CPI indicator. Forecast is 3.8, previous 4. Hey. Balance of trade on sort of 2 over at that, but this figure is going to be interesting. The market, the forecast might be this, but the reality is that it will be 4 or above.
Okay.
That makes the year a bit crazy. That's only just a start. So I think where will this be? This is UK time, 2:30 in the morning. So it'll be my middle of the day, basically. Not tomorrow, it'll be the next day. So watch out for that. Because the word on the street is if this doesn't start pulling down a bit harder, the problem we have is the federal government and the state governments have been dumping money into the economy because there is a few elections state-wise this year before the end of the year, couple, and the federal one is probably the first quarter of next year, first quarter to half of next year. And they're, to put it bluntly, they're shitting themselves because everybody, the word on the street is, things are really hard. People are finding it difficult to pay their home loans. There is a real squeeze in the whole economy. And the only lever that the Reserve Bank has, and so what is it? Over a third of homeowners in Australia, there will be homeowners, over a third, so around about 40% or so, have a home loan that is on an interest rate that is variable, which means that it goes up and down whenever the RBA, and it's a lot more than what the RBA has the rate set at, because the banks have their profit within that sort of what they get it from the RBA for and what they loan it out to the public for home loans. So the only, and then there is about 30% or so that are renters, people that don't own the home, but rent off someone that does own or is paying a loan. So we're talking probably over 70% or 60 to 70%. No, it would be at least 70% of people here will have to pay the effect of an increase in rent in home loan fees, or will directly pay it if the Reserve Bank actually raise the interest rate. That's the dilemma at the moment. And the government, so as I said bluntly, are shitting themselves because people are not happy with the way the economy is, and they will vote political parties out because it's their life is not as good as what it used to be because of inflation. But then it's actually being caused more because of the way the government's operating. They're trying to ease people's financial pressures by giving money back to us of their own, which is keeping inflation stagnant or even potentially increasing. Where a lot of other countries like US, UK, Canada particularly, they're worried about going into recession, so they're trying to lower the interest rate there. And the same in Europe. New Zealand sort of in dire straits. They sort of need to lower their interest rates. They haven't quite. I don't know if they have yet, but anyway, welcome, Darren. So that's the dilemma here. And so the word on the street is the Reserve Bank may actually, in fact, increase interest rate. And I think that'll probably be next week sometime, if I'm right. So the middle of next week. Anyway, we will see what happens, what this figure comes out as. That'll come out in a couple of days, and then we'll see what transpires from there. So in response to that, normally what would happen is that the Aussie dollar would actually strengthen. Because against the CAD, if it's lowering interest rates and the the Reserve Bank is raising interest rates, then it would be the money markets would see that as more positive. So this is interesting to have done this for a number of weeks. So over the month, we've basically seen it push up, then drop off, profit, and now it looks like it might be on the way back up again. How's that for a lot of ravel, Tom? A lot of
That's good information.
A lot of discussion. So we will see. We will see. When the market opens, we'll see what happens. But I have in place a stop profit for this one. I'm up 128 pips at the moment. Let me just see where my the stop loss is. Oh, it nearly came up. It nearly came up and took it out. It didn't, though. Yeah, so it's 120, what did I say? 128? Something like that. 128, 129 pips. And I've got the stop profit set at 100. So it's actually not that far away from current price.
No, go ahead.
Was there an issue, Tom?
No, I'm just you're setting a take profit.
Sorry, a stop profit.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Stop profit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still doing a stop profit, not a take profit, but it would be a take profit.
No,
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying now. I thought you actually set a take profit.
No.
No, okay.
No, because I'm not sure whether this will actually go further down. So
Oh, I think this is going to rip down for a minute.
it may do that. That would be great. I'll move my stop profit down further and secure it
I'm
more.
literally waiting for the sell sign that it's selling on the 4 hours so I can pick up that next sell.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting on this to tell me on daily. I want to be in early on the 4 hour.
Right. And I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I think it probably will do that. I think it'll be the last hurrah. It'll push out of the rail potentially, give us a triangle, and then start going. Well, sorry, it'll come out the rail, then it'll pull back, give us a triangle, and then start going back up again. But it might not be until the CPI. And then we'll see what pressure goes on the market. And I'll be able to update you of what the news here will tell us. Okay, AUD CHF. All of them. Look at all the AUDs. They all did a pull up at the end of the week. Now this is broken the low over here. It's well outside the rail. It's given us a triangle. I don't know if that's the end of it either. There's a bit more down here to grab.
Yeah,
at
we're just
this.
going to get, we're definitely going to get a generous pullback.
Yeah, but look at this February. This is the year. This pink
Hmm.
box is a Tom box, um, and it's pushed up to here, made it up here at the 20th of May, pulled down, back up, didn't break the high, and then boof, off it went. This is totally against what I would think would happen, but this is what needs to happen. And I got in on that. Well, actually, I didn't get in until somewhere around the middle or whatever. But if I had it, I could have got in on that trend bar change. This is looking nice. Maybe a bit more, and then up she goes. AUD JPY. We've had a day of last day of trading was sort of drop off there on the JPY, and then it's just sort of pull back that little bit. Maybe it'll push further, and then up it goes. I think we're waiting for a rate decision on this as well. Bank of Japan. Oh gosh, look at that. It'll be just after the Aussie CPI. So this is going to be a colliding of a couple of currencies. Interesting. Okay, so this is what I'm sort of saying. What's going to basically potentially happen is they may push a bit further, or they may start to turn on us. So AUD NZD, it's just shuffling sideways at the moment. Just shuffling. It needs to give us a sellout like it did here, but it hasn't as yet. Oh, look at where the AUD here is just in currency strength in New Zealand. They're both down low with the CAD. That's interesting. It doesn't mean that will make any difference here. I'm just saying what currencies are coming up stronger and what currencies are, like the Swiss franc has started to really ramp up its strength. So in relation to AUD NZD with our eye patches on, this will potentially sell, but I think it might be on the wrong side of the overall trend though. So whatever that pullback is, whether it breaks this low or not, it's whether it'll go back up again. This may only be a short-lived sell. We'll see. Anyway, it tried to there. You saw the trend bar change, and then it pushed back up again. I was nearly ready to get in at that point. We'll see. AUD Singapore. There were all the Aussie dollars. Did a little pullback on it. Okay, AUD Singapore. Oh, I'm only up 224. Where are they? Where's that one? Oh, yeah. I got 174 stop profit. Okay, that'll do me. Still nice. I haven't moved it because price has pulled back from where it was on the second last day, like on our last session. AUD USD, same. Look at it. Every one of them did this little hiccup. I said doesn't mean it won't push down further. Oh, we have a little green triangle there, of course. So personal spending. And Tom, thanks for putting that. I think it was anyway, little video in there in the group. That was very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
So it's saying the Fed rate decision on the 31st. Oh my gosh, isn't this going to be good on a Tuesday? They reckon it might stay the same. Or that little video you put in is like, oh, they might shock the market and lower the interest rate. We'll see what
Yeah, but that's the
happens.
beauty of a daily candle.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh, no, payroll's starting. Yes, it is this week, isn't it? And also the forecast is that there'll be less, and unemployment rate will stay the same. I doubt it if it's doing that. It will probably go up. Anyway, uh, and so what do you mean by explain what you're saying, Tom, about the beauty of a daily candle, just so that other people can relate to it.
Well, look at your daily candle.
Mm-hmm.
They don't cover much territory. You know what I mean?
No.
It's not like
Yeah.
you're on a 2 hour and you see that thing shoot.
Mm.
You know, even the see where it says short, that big long candle, that's
Yeah.
just one
Yeah. Just
day.
here. Yeah. Correct.
Or
Oh, it's that one.
I
The
even mean the
short's actually
bigger
that one.
one. I mean the bigger one to the left.
Oh,
Over.
that one. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
still one day. Look at all the rest of the candles.
yeah, yeah.
You
Correct.
know, so it's not like oh, I missed it. Oh, no, you didn't. You really didn't. It's one
No,
day.
no, no, no.
You
As
know.
one of the mentors, one of my mentors earlier said, he goes like, you never miss an opportunity. There's always another one coming.
Yeah, exactly. Catch it on the way back up. You know, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter. But
yeah.
see, that's one of the things that has really helped me was putting these into time perspective.
Mm, mm,
So doing it annually, monthly,
mm-hmm,
every Tuesday, you know, and
mm-hmm.
it just put time in perspective for me.
Yeah.
Because when you take all this stuff away and you just see the candle moving, it's easy to get lost
Mm,
in
mm.
the reality of what you're actually looking at. So that's why I put those boxes in. You
Yeah.
know, it helps me with patience
Mm,
because I can actually see how slow it's moving.
mm.
Because you flip from pair to pair to pair to pair, and after a while they just become a blur, and you don't remember
Yeah.
where you're
Yeah.
at.
It blends. You're right.
It blends.
Mm-hmm.
So what I've noticed I've started doing is putting these when I put these boxes in, and I can split my screen and look at the daily and the 4 hour. It makes more sense time wise as to what I'm looking at,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
if that makes
It,
sense.
it's giving you a perspective that you don't have if you don't do it.
Right.
Mm.
Right. This allows me to go, oh yeah, this is the month, this is the day,
Yeah. And
you
maybe
know, and
this is,
and looking at it on the 4 hour and then having the split screen, you can go, oh, there's the day. So at the
yeah,
last high of the day and the last low of the day,
a
you know, you
day.
can
Yeah.
work on those things because you can
Yeah.
actually see what you're looking at. Because, you know, if you erase all this stuff and you look at this, you don't know what day or month or anything
Yeah.
else
Yeah.
you're looking at.
We're at. Yeah. And isn't it? I think for me, the major challenges is to get my head around the look of the different time frames on an individual pair, which is what you're talking about. And by putting on year, month, as you say, your Tuesday boxes sort of helps you to be able to recognize that time difference and how it's going to look, or how it does look, should I say. It's
Right.
yeah.
It organizes, it helps me organize my brain.
Well, you're a lot more organized than me though. So yeah. I'm not as diligent, I would say, in it. I don't know whether, and I don't know whether that's because I sort of,
It just may simply be because you don't need it. I need
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So when
But
I
I
look
think
at
it's,
this, it's
but I
like,
think it is helpful though.
well, it's improved my trading dramatically
Yeah. Okay.
because now I
Hmm.
have, you know, now I break it. I can look almost instantly. I can almost look at it instantly between the split screens on the daily and the 4 hour
Wherever.
and
Yeah, yeah.
say, oh, I just got a short on the daily, and
Hmm.
look at my 4 hour, and there will
Hmm.
be two shorts,
Yeah, yeah,
and I get in,
yeah,
and I track
yeah,
it with just a trend bar. I mean, I keep it super simple, but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the time. The time is what always threw me.
Yeah. I think also too, Tom, the thing for me, or one of the other things for me is getting a handle on that time. It's also is the consistency of being on a session, actually not necessarily on a session, but my own. I've said this before, the only reason why I do this session is so I focus on the market and or do any of the sessions. I do look at it other times. I mean, it's not only just this, and I do enjoy this experience. But I think that by looking at the market on a daily basis, or buy daily, or try daily, or quad daily, whatever your times that you look at it. And for me, I've found that looking at it more actually is more confusing than looking at it less.
Mm-hmm.
That might sound silly, but the
No, I
point
agree with
is,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I want to see an overall trend. Like, for example, if you look at all those AUDs, it's like they've been selling. And so now, because we have this session, oh, oh, look who that is. Mr. Holiday himself.
What's up, Alistair?
He's still in France?
I'm in Bournemouth. I'm in Bournemouth Airport, going to Edinburgh.
Oh, right. Oh, you're on the way back home.
I'm not in France. No, I'm been home for a few days, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going up north. So
Yeah.
I was hoping to get on the set on time. I really apologise. I'm late, but it's I got delayed. Anyway, hope you're all well. I've been watching the lives. There's quite a few
Thank you.
pairs gonna getting close. Yeah, it's been good stuff, and I've enjoyed the recordings. I've been watching them all. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, all good.
No
Definitely be
worries.
interesting. It should be. Might be an interesting week.
Oh, I think it will be an
I'll
interesting
catch up in
week
a week.
with
But
so much that's going on.
yeah,
Sorry?
yeah. Okay, look. Well, yeah, I'm sure. I'll sit and watch. Thank you. Cheers.
No worries. Okay then, Elsa. Um, Mr. Frequent Flyer, we'll call him, I think. Um, so he locks anyway. That's good. And thanks for watching in, Elsa. I was just sort of chatting about the fact that the consistency of being on every day of the market gives you a view that you just don't have if, for example, you've been away for a while and then come back to it. You sort of got to reorient yourself to like where pairs are at. And it just seems like a little, maybe a bit foreign or something. I don't know. I'm just, but for me, it's like, okay, you can see that the AUD's been selling, and then all of a sudden you've got one buy candle. That doesn't mean it's going to buy, and it doesn't mean it's going to sell, but it awakens you to the fact on a daily candle of like, oh, something's happening. And you then look at there's news coming up, US rate decision, Aussie, CPI coming. It's like, wow, there's some, Japanese yen's going to decide. So that something's going to hit the fan, at some time, and there's going to be a change of what direction there has been, because that's all the market does. It goes down, it goes up, it goes sideways. Sorry, they're the three things. So we'll see. But I think, Tom, just discussing the fact of getting your head around time zone, the time of that suits you for trading. And for me, consistency of being there on a regular daily. I think daily is the minimum you can do, really. For me, that's what I suppose what I'm saying. I suppose you could do weekly or monthly, but it depends on you'd be a lot longer in the trades. And I think the turning of the market from sell to buy to sell sort of thing would muck you up and knock you out more. Anyway, see how we go. Anything you wanted to add, Tom? Other challenges of a trader? Get your head around.
No, not really. Something else I've been doing is turning on my alerts for the dailies. So when it signals, daily signal, I don't have to look at this pair again until it goes long if I'm in the trade.
I was going to say, what alert are you looking for? That's right. A short or a long?
Right.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I don't even have to look at this pair.
Yeah.
Until I get an alert, you have a long. And then I come back and I look on the 4 hour and get in on the lower time frame.
Right. Are you though? You're setting TPs though, aren't you? Take profits, not trailing stops.
No, I do the trailing stops as well.
Okay.
Because it always seems to go a little farther, don't it?
And don't it?
I'm bad enough at guessing which way it's going, let alone getting into a trade.
Yeah.
Trying to guess where it's going to stop.
Well, that was like that NJ that I got in. That NJ I got in at the end of last week, and I just said, "I'm a crazy person. What am I doing? Why am I getting this NJ?" And I'm now up 208 pips within a couple of days.
Right.
It's like, and that doesn't mean it wasn't a crazy decision. Don't get me wrong. I am pretty crazy. So
sometimes you got to live on that edge, man.
well, sometimes, but also too, if you don't try, no, that's probably not the right way to say it. I think it comes back to that sort of, if you're consistent on a daily basis looking at the market, your decisions, like there's plenty of them, like all the rest of the JPYs. Darren and I, we just stayed out of them because of our discussion that we had around it and saying, well, we don't think that these will be a long-lived pullback. So wrong. Like there's, 800 pips on a lot of them. Like just crazy amount that we could have had out of them. But then again, the opportunity to change is still coming around the corner. Anyway, okay, that's all the AUDs. I'm not in either of those. You can see the red ones, meaning I'm in sells for them. Because they're blue, I'm just observing and watching. I'm in a sell for the CAD CHF, and you can see where that's pulled up just a bit. We have a green triangle now. Where's my CAD CHF? I got into this. This I've been in a sell buy sell. So in actual fact, I've got 3 trades out of this so far. This one here, I think, was a slight loss because I changed it from a buy to a sell, but the sell has been quite profitable. There's 160 pips up on that. Where's my CAD CHF there? My stop profit is like 125 pips, so it's about less than 40 pips, say, from where price is. So that's that. And it potentially will pull back up. Maybe I'll be stop profited before I see a trend bar change, and I'll get into the buy. Doesn't mean it won't push a little bit further, as you said, Tom. All right, CAD JPY, what were we thinking? This is a what were we thinking, pair? Oh gosh, it's broken there. It hasn't broken this down here though. It's yeah, we don't have a triangle yet because it's just a crazy situation. Because the Canadian dollar has, you know, they lowered the interest rate and potentially going to be in recession. I think Australia will too, unfortunately. Um, Unfortunately, I think they're just going to screw us down so hard that it'll just fall apart. And I think what I saw last week in the stock market in the US, particularly against the tech giants, is that there is a hesitation in people investing in the tech at the moment with AI. You know, all the fanfare of AI is not necessarily delivering um, to the multitudes of what the money that's been invested into those techs. And I and yeah, and I think there may be the C word, crash. We'll see. Anyway, I'm not saying it will, but hey, people are getting a bit sensitive and they're getting and the rich people want to be richer, so they need it to crash so that they can be richer. CHF
Yeah, I'm
JPY.
sure they're licking their chops.
Oh yeah. Can we make it happen? Can we make No, we'll let the government
They're
do it.
making it happen, is what's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah. So here's the CHF. So it's interesting here where it's done a little push up back, tried to push down, but it's sort of sideways and at the moment, like it did up here and then dropped off. So this Japanese rate decision will potentially have an effect. It is on the outside of the rail now. Like it's come down through the middle, jostled around, dropped down. We'll see. All right. So all these JPYs, AED JPY, CAD JPY, CHF JPY, Euro JPY, USD JPY, Singapore JPY, GBP JPY, they're all sort of teetering at the moment. We'll just see what happens, right? Darren and I are just eagerly waiting here. We've got our fingers ready to get into the buys on them potentially. Right? If they do, doesn't mean they won't push a bit further down. Okay, I think this one I got knocked out. I did. Yeah, I got knocked out. Sorry, I got stop profited. How many? Come here. Stop profited. Only 272 pips. And when did I get into that one? Hang on. I got into that on the 19th of, I opened that trade on the 19th of July. So what was I in it for 2 weeks? Something, maybe? That's 272 pips later. Thank you very much. Okay. It's because it pulled back down through here. That's okay. So the euro's been having a really nice time. But it has to end at some time. This doesn't mean it won't push further, but it is well outside of the rails and potentially will get a sell, because if you look at it, it's been in the sell trend. It broke the low. It hasn't broken the high. It broke that high, but not that one yet. It's coming up to that Tuesday box. Tom, for Tuesday, what do we got? Oh, what we got? Inflation rate. Yeah, 2.2. Isn't that nice? Good numbers. Inflation rate for the year. Oh, it's going down. Good on you, Europe. Right. Well, there we go. So we'll see. whether that pushes higher or not. I'm not going to get back into that trade for a buy because of what I can see here. It's out of the rail. We do have a triangle. Doesn't mean I won't push further, but I finished. I've got, 272. I think that's good enough. Euro CAD, and I'm just waiting. This is now I've got this orange, which means this is a close one. This is one I want to, this is like I could be entering this anytime soon because we've had this sort of high and low that it said it was in the long. I think I got knocked out back here somewhere. Where am I? History. Yeah, I did. I got knocked out with 168 stop profit at one of these. I think it was back on the 9th of July. It was actually a while ago. It must have been that one. Is that the 9th? No. Oh, 9th of July. It was this one here. Oh, no, that's where I got in. Oh, sorry. Where I got in. I got knocked out on the 19th, which was
Where'd you get in?
that one. I got in down
On the
here.
on the little indecision candle?
Yeah, got
Okay.
in the buy. I don't know if you can remember, but because I had a small account, I couldn't put many trades on. So I would have had it at this long here, but I got in here and then it pushed up nicely and it went to here, 18th, 19th, somewhere around there. And it pulled back and then, oh yeah, maybe there, pulled back a bit. And that's what knocked me out or stop profited me because I had my trailing stop there and then it pushed up further. So that's the history of that one. Pretty simple, not that complicated. Waiting now for the sellout. Euro CHF, still in that sell. It has pushed back up. Oh, where is my Euro CHF? Oh, I'm only 73. Hang on, where am I? My stop loss. Oh, it nearly stopped me out. On the last day of trade. So close. What do I have? I have a stop profit at 65. So if this pushes up, maybe at market open, got spread, I'll potentially be knocked out or stop profited on this one. That's my forecast on it. We'll see. Yeah, because of that pull back up, it's close. All right, Euro GBP. I just have this bluey color. I don't know what's happening here. It doesn't really do too much. It's not going up or down a lot, so worth it. Euro JPY. Couple of days of, one day of trying to push down, but it came back up positive. And the next day it was, we don't know what the hell's going on. So we'll just see what that does. It is potential to go into the buy, but we will see what happens with all of this news down here through this week. If we get a green trend bar change, it's like, whoop, into the buy. Euro NZD. I don't know. I'm not in this trade. Was I on this? Was I in this trade? Oh yeah, I was in it. Back on the 17th, which was there. Yeah, I got in it and it stopped me out. Where is it? Yeah, NZ, CHF, was it? Yeah, I lost 5 or 6 pips because my trailing stop basically stopped me out there, but it has continued. It would have been a good idea to be in this, but it's so far out now. I'm not going to go there. I'm looking for the sell on it. You can see where it's going to break that high there and then do its turn and come back down again. So not in that other, as I said, lost whatever number of pips, but who cares? That was okay. Didn't lose a lot. So Euro and Singapore. This is the one where I'm in the short. It has pulled back up. Let's see whether it will continue down. I have a sense it will, but hey, we don't know. So that's okay. Euro Singapore, I'm up 24 pips. So my stop loss will be probably roughly about 30 pips away. As I said, I'm about 50 at the start. Euro USD, same situation. I'm in this for a sell because of the trend bar change. Got the short, it's been good, come down a couple, then it's pushed back up. Maybe this is the pullback up before it does sell, but the news will tell us. Maybe losses. We'll see how we go. Now, these are ones, some I'm in at the GBP, some I'm in, some I'm going like, oh, I need to be in these. Right, the GA is starting to falter. There we go. It's well outside the rail. I did get into a bit of buy on that. Can't remember now, but it's not too bad. It has broken the high, and it's still going up. There is another high up here. I'm not saying it won't go up there. It may do a pullback before it does go up and break that. We'll see. The British pound's pretty strong at the moment. GBP CAD. Similar sort of thing. It has pulled up to the high. It will do a pullback, but it is in a buy trend. So whatever we get will potentially be a short-lived sell. Maybe. All right? But we'll see. That'll come back down to news again too. GBP CHF, which I'm in. Where's my GBP CHF? There it is. Up 121. I'm in the sell on that, obviously. And so I would be, there's my GBPs. There we go, CHF. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so close to stop loss. So close. Could market open, could knock me out of that as well. Or profit me out, should I say. That's right. I got quite a few that might just like get me. Okay, the GBP JPY not in, but you can see we're just waiting for it to start to push back up again. It's given some of the healthy signs that it may do that. GBP NZD, when is this going to turn? And it may not as well. Look at it. We may get a bit of a pullback and then another surge up. So, as I said, not in that. Anyway, GBP Singapore, I'm in that for the sell. I'm up 80 pips on it. So I do have, oh, where is my GBP Singapore? It'll be way over there. Hang on. It's, oh no. Oh yeah, no, I have a stop. Yeah. I have a stop profit in place on this already. That's good. And GU, I'm pretty sure I got a stop profit on that. Now I don't know whether I think that US dollar will be, well, anyway, we'll just see. GU, I'm only up 33, so I may not have, let me just see what GU. No, I still have a stop loss in place, but I have minimized the stop loss. Yeah. NZD CAD. And it keeps going down. 170 pips I am. Beautiful. And it could turn at any time. I have a stop profit in place. NZDCHF also in this one, 236 pips. Thank you very much. Stop profit on all of that. NZDJPY, I'm in the sell. Crazy. 208 pips, and it's done a little pullback, but it's, still decided to be on the lower side. So not ready yet. NZDUSD for the sell, and still 159 pips on this one. Good to get in there, but I think I didn't get in until somewhere up here. And it kept going. Singapore and Japanese yen waiting for that turn to come back up. It tried to do it there, and then it's sort of squashed out. It looks like the momentum is sort of finishing up for the JPYs at the moment. Just at the moment. They could get another kick along. We'll see. UCAD has flattened out a little bit on the daily. It hasn't broken the high, and it hasn't broken this high. So just wait and see. I'm waiting for this for the sell. But I think the US dollar is pretty strong, and I think there's potential for it to break up here. But we'll see. We'll see. USD is one I'm just waiting for. Waiting for the turn. It's broken the low there. Hasn't broken this low, but it just depends on what's happening. That Swiss franc's up there, there's a fair bit of strength in it. UJ, same sort of thing. It's getting a little bit of strength in there. We'll see. US dollar may turn this to go back into the buy and break the high. And USD and Singapore, I am in a sell. And that is the one I'm down 36 pips, because it came down here, went up here, came down here. It's just playing around at the moment. Not a good pair, and anyway, I've got a 50 pip stop loss on it. So, and I'm down 36. So this may knock me out at market with a loss at market open. We'll see. And I'm pretty sure Darren was in a sell on this, but it has just pulled back up a little bit at the end of last week. We'll see. It may turn. If the US dollar strengthens, then this will continue down. But if it doesn't, it'll, Bitcoin jumped up 68 over the weekend. Very nice. It's coming out the other side though, or it's coming out close. Here it didn't give us any triangles, but it could push a bit higher. It depends again on US dollar. This news down here will have an effect. Where's his gold? 76. Oh, it's dropped off again. That's good. Still in that sell trend. And cocoa, if you want to eat your chocolate, it's not too bad. It's not as low as it was over here, but things are easing up a little bit in the cocoa front. Anything else you want me to look at?
Yeah, I'm good.
Not for me.
Yeah, all right, Alistair. That's good. It's
Good.
interesting to watch, isn't it? To see what this sort of strategy, the relaxed, we're sort of refining it a bit more. I mean, Tom's using daily 4 hour, 2 hour to get in and out more trades, and I'm just using really the daily to see what I do with it. Just like Darren's he's sort of a bit further along the daily, where he's waiting for a few parameters, for it to be outside the rail and all that sort of stuff. But I'm sort of taking that, but I can still take a trade within the rails. That's where I'm sort of doing it at the moment. Anyway, That's sort of your lot for,
It's busy here to talk. I'm
yeah,
looking at this in the daily and really where the rail is and looking for it to close, for price to close above the the last down candle and then
yeah.
try and get the retrace off it. And that's really really a bit really what I was doing. But yeah, it's good. Yeah,
I'm sort of relying also, Alistair, on that trend bar change as well,
yeah, definitely.
but not necessarily on waiting for a short or a long,
No,
because it may follow, but that yeah. Anyway, that's good. All right then. Well, we'll see if or when you get somewhere in
I'll try.
a
I'll,
back home.
I'll try and catch it. Yeah, I'll try and catch it. Yeah, I'll try and catch up during the week. Definitely.
No worries.
Okay then.
That's all
Cheers
right.
then.
No worries.
Cheers.
That's a
Cheers,
good.
Tom.
Cheers. All right.
Take care,
So
Alistair.
yeah, look after yourself.
Cheers.
Mm. And yeah, and thanks for showing us what the world looks like, Alistair, as you travel around and visit everywhere. All right. Yeah. Okay. Darren sent a message in the Zoom. He said he's busy this evening with family. He'll see us on tomorrow's call, which is all cool. No worries at all. Tom, I've forgotten the lady's name. Anyway,
What
I'm trying
lady?
to the lady that comes on, the nurse.
Oh, Grace.
Grace. I keep forgetting Grace's name. Should remember. To be honest, would be our Grace. Okay. Yeah, so Grace has been following. It's been good to see her progress as well in relation to actually taking trades and being positive and hopeful about what she's doing. So that's good. Good to see.
Mm-hmm.
All right then. Well, I think that's your
You
lot for
should,
today. Yeah, Elsa?
you
What,
should,
sorry?
you should say her name at the start of every meeting.
Yeah, so yeah, Grace. Okay. No worries. Anyway, Grace, if you're watching this, well done. Anyway, consistency. All right, then. I think that's your lot for today or this evening or whenever it is for you. I'll be back on again tomorrow. So take it easy. All right, then. We'll see what the market does when it opens, what spreads. I'll probably put something in the chat if anything dramatic happens. All right, then.
All right. Take
Ciao.
care.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, cheers, guys.